Regular Nas is ready. Brandon's ready. Wilson's ready. Civ is checked in. Chris is checked in. Episode 196. Yo, this pop thing has got me kind of
yeah, you're mad hype for the pop filter.
The pop filter has got me amped right now. Legends Only League delivered last night in its inaugural show. I gotta say, shout out to Nate Robinson, though. Shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate.
Friend of the show. But boy, oh boy, my stomach hasn't hurt that much in a long time for the laughter, bro. Oh man, that the even is
the memes.
That man's leg. Let me tell you something right now, man. Mike has a hit on his hands, man. I don't really like all of the music in between each fight, but I like the premise. I like the people walking around in the back. Israel's commentating. He was a little too raw.
Israel kept it way too real this time around. Way too real.
Listen, what you guys think last night? What you think of the whole show in its entirety?
You go first.
Well, first off, let's reiterate. Shout out to Nate Robinson. He laid it all on the line last night. I could tell after that second time that he got up, he didn't really want to go back out there. But he did.
Yeah, shout out
to out of pride.
Yeah,
he almost got himself killed. I hope that he fully recovers, because man.
Well, hold on. Before, not to interrupt you, so you can continue, I want to give you some feedback, because Nate did.
He's a warrior.
Update. He's a warrior. Listen, He's a warrior. Nate said, "Thank you, everyone, for all of the well wishes. I'm okay." He put the "okay" in caps. He wanted you guys to know that he was okay. I'm okay. I appreciate the Triller for the opportunity, as well as everyone that has backed me during the fight. To my coaches, trainers, fans, teammates, I appreciate all of the time and support you guys put in with me. It wasn't the outcome that I wanted, but I'm thankful for the opportunity to fight on the biggest stage that there's been. And then he put hashtag hold that. Hold that is his slogan, his thing. So yeah, first off, all jokes aside, because memes are funny. I think we all laugh at memes. Honestly, I think we all watching it were in shock. My immediate thought was, all right, is Nate okay? Because even though he was knocked out, he wasn't moving, and me and Wilson were just looking at each other like, I hope he's okay, because he's not moving.
That rabbit.
The rabbit punch in the beginning.
Yeah, and, let's keep it real. That might have been why he lost like that. He could have been discombobulated.
Listen,
after that punch in the back of the head.
Yeah. We talked about that because on the original knockout, for people that did not see the fight, the first time Nate goes down, he was holding the back of his head, and we all were like, "Oh no, you got knocked out." He in fact did get hit with a rabbit punch, and if you've ever been hit with a rabbit punch, it can disorient you quite a bit. So I'm certain that caused some of his I guess delirium after that, as he tried to get back to his senses. To Wilson's point, I agreed. The moment he got up from I think it was maybe knockout 2, because how many times was he knocked down? 3 times, right?
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times, right? I think the second knockout, when the ref was asking him to touch his gloves, or to give him his gloves, he didn't want to give him that glove. I think you could kind of see where, to your point, Wilson, he was like, all right, maybe this ain't the move. I'm not recovering as fast as I can.
Those counts were a little slow too, man.
Yeah, the counts were slow.
That ref wasn't letting him off the hook
at all. So I'm glad he's well though. I'm glad he's all right.
To keep it a buck, man, all those fighters last night, even the guys that went before the main event, before the real card. Yeah, yo, Badu Jack and Blake. I forgot Blake's last name. I'm not even talking about that fight, because that fight was full of heart from that dude Blake.
Yeah,
that dude was a serviceman. That dude showed tremendous heart, bro. Because Badu Jack was beating the brakes off of him. Like I told you last night, Badu Jack. That's a name that if you're standing on a block and somebody goes, "Yo, I heard Badu Jack is looking for you, bitch.
it's almost like this dude from The Wire.
Omar.
He can't rap. Omar. It's almost like Omar from The Wire, yo. Or shit. I don't know why, but Badu Jack reminds me. It reminds me of the dude from Dragon Ball Z. This dude. What's the guy's name? It's like Badu. You know what I'm saying? No.
Never seen the show.
Never saw Dragon Ball Z, man.
Like, I know what you're referring to. I've seen parts of it, but I never got into
it. Bojack. His name is Bojack. Look it up, people. The name reminds me of Bojack. I kept saying that during our live, but yo, entertaining fight. What did you guys think of the actual Tyson and Roy fight? Did it live up to the expectations?
My man Roy, boy, that's an old black man right there. Yeah, what round is it? What round is it, man? That was just one. Yeah, how many people out there? Mike? Somebody helping Mike? No, it's just Mike.
Roy hopped in that after that first round and sat down. He sat down in that corner like, all right, we here. He hit me. We here. It's real. It's happening.
That just lets you know. That just lets you know how much power Mike has. Because even after the fight, Roy was saying, he said, once I got hit, he didn't want to say it, like he tried to downplay, but he's just like, yo, that man still has power in those punches, man. Like you can feel those in the in the ribs, man.
Yeah, man.
But it was good, man.
I think for me it was really I was happy to see Mike happy. Like he wasn't angry, like he wasn't like a lot of people had a lot of misconceptions. Like even us, we joked on here like, yo, Mike is gonna snap, he's gonna lose it, right?
Yeah.
And as the fight ensues, we see a classic Mike approaching, but it was a little different, right? Like you can see they obviously, for those that didn't know, California rules required them to pretty much throw punches, meaning take off some of the mustard power behind their punches, as well as there would be stoppage in California if there was a cut or if someone was knocked out or not or knocked down. So a lot of those stipulations, even with all of that, it was still a very, very good fight. You can tell that Mike was extremely conditioned even up until the end of the fight. He was sitting there like, you know, hey, we could go another 4. And Roy was like, let's just get past this first 8, fam. I'm happy I survived. My ribs, I'm still holding my ribs with my right boxing glove. I don't know if I have any internal bleeding, but I'm here. And I'm happy that this was a bucket list for me. Like, you got to think about how many people still fear Mike. Like, you could see in Roy's face, he was like, hey, listen, this was a bucket list for me. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would do this and be able to take a punch. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts. But to hear Mike then say, oh no, he caught me with a left hook. And yeah, that shit hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to see Mike just having fun and I was just really proud of him. Like, just the growth, man. Like, he wasn't angry. He was like, look, this is just, I'm just happy I'm here. Like, I never thought I would be back. This is someone that, you know, obviously he lost his boxing license out of Nevada and you know, went into media podcasting and then went into a whole bunch of different other ventures as far as medicinal marijuana use and things like that. So I'm just happy to see him happy. Like, it just looked like grace. It just looked like grace. What you thinking, Wilson?
Well, I mean, watching the two of them in there, man, it's just inspirational because, you know, at their age, for them to, you know, get out of bed, go train for months, come fight in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. At my age, it makes me think like, damn, I really got to get up and get out there, man. You know?
Word. Nah.
If these two guys could do that.
Well, we were talking about Mike's body. Mike lost 100 pounds.
Yeah, he looked good, man.
And he looked great. He looked great. 54, you lose 100 pounds. I'm struggling to lose 10, and I'm not that old. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then to hear Mike just sit up there and talk when they asked me and say, Mike, so you lost how much weight? And he said, I lost 100 pounds. And then he said, they said, how did you do it? And he said, I can put my mind to anything. Like, I'm in a clear space. Like,
I can do whatever I want.
Once he said that, Yeah, he said I can do whatever I want. At that point I was concerned for Roy. I will be honest with you. I didn't know what was gonna happen. But class acts from both of them, man. I'm really proud. It was to your point too, Nas. As much as I liked some of the performances, I get that they had the performances in between, you know, as boxers are getting ready and shit like that. I think I could have done without a lot of the performances. Like I felt like there were too many. I wish there was some sort of, and I know that that's for TV and for you know, ad money and stuff like that. I just wish that there was another way to buy time outside of the it's the first event. I think it went off without a hitch. If you ask me, I was pleased. I was pleased by it.
I mean, I love it, man. I really do.
Hey, Chris, what did you think? Chris, what did you think of the fight?
No, I thought it was super entertaining. It was great to see. I mean, you could tell that Roy definitely needed an ice pack at the end of the night, the way he was holding his ribs.
Word.
But definitely super entertaining. I'm looking forward to the next event. I want to see what other legends hop into this next.
Well, that's the thing now. Yeah. Do we want to go down a legend hunt? Who do you got, Chris? Give me your first legend right now.
Actually, I'm not sure if he's fuck it. We'll consider him a legend. I want to see Wiz Khalifa take someone. I know he's been doing the Muay Thai and everything. He performed last night too. So he's got ties into the next event.
Yeah, but Muay Thai, like I said, I wouldn't be taking a kick from Wiz. Fam,
be me.
Wiz got some long ass legs, and he's training like legit Muay Thai training.
Who's the East Indian dude from Street Fighter? With the Bengals.
Dalsim. Yeah. Yeah, word. All right. Who are your Street Fighter characters? If Wiz Khalifa is Dalsim, who's Guile?
Jason Statham.
Yeah. You know who I want to see
at this point, Mez? What's his name? He just fought last night. He knocked out Nate.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul? He's Guile right now.
Yeah, he's Guile. All right, who's Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter is not.
That's a wrestler, bro.
No, I know. I want to know who's Sergeant Slaughter. Who could be Sergeant Slaughter? Think about
Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter. He's a legend himself.
All right, forget it.
Yo, you know who I want to see? They said I saw on Twitter. James Johnson from the NBA. They want him.
He's a killer.
Yo, his whole family. It's a family.
Yeah.
Like now he does mixed martial arts for real. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. It's certain people like Lupe Fiasco. I wouldn't put in there. Like he's a real ninja with samurai swords and shit.
Nah, son, put him in there because all these fans. Like even though I was talking mad trash last night, I'd get my ass whooped if I stepped in that ring. By any one of them people in there.
Yeah, we're out of shape, but it's over with. Like the fact that Nate got in there and is of our age. Like I know you're a little bit older, but it's of our age. I think that I think he did good, man. Nate's problem, we all said it though. Nate is athletic. Nate is agile. He just the defense, man.
He thought it was a street fight, man.
Yeah,
that's a street fight.
Yeah, the defense is where he lacked and where this guy was able to overtake him with that. So
he was talking, he felt real confident because he jumped out the window. He said, "Yo, I want to take on Conor McGregor." It's like, dude.
Yeah, I was like, slow down a little bit. Let's take it easy. It easy.
Conor, and you know what? Even though he has a size advantage on Conor's not Nate. He's a professional fighter, bro. He has boxing in his background. He just looked like that against Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? That's like Badu Jack versus Blake. Badu Jack, from looking at it, you think he could take on Tyson Fury, but he cannot. he cannot, man. So Jake is wilding.
Speaking about Blake, though. Go ahead, go.
Now I was gonna say, speaking of Lupe Fiasco, they could actually work him in there. The other night I was on YouTube scrolling, just pretty much surfing YouTube, just bored. And I stumbled across a League of Knights that fight with swords. So it's like they fight with like these dull swords, full armor, and it's also like UFC too.
Oh, yeah, for real?
Yeah. So they got shields, dull swords, and it's like UFC.
Yeah, I want no parts of that, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I want any parts of that
It's a little
either,
fire,
man.
yo. It's
I
a
don't know
little
if I want
fire. I
any
can't
parts of
fight.
that.
Yeah, it sounds fire, but
I
I
want
wouldn't
Lupe
know.
to have some parts of that.
Well, yeah, Lupe doing it, I think it'd be fire, but I don't know if how many people could duel with Lupe? Like, name me another rapper that's gonna say "on guard," motherfucker. Like, who is
It'd be
doing
like-
that with Lupe?
It'd be like
Fiasco?
RZA. It'd be like RZA.
Yeah, like
RZA got a sword.
RZA 100% has a sword.
RZA has
He
about 10. I guarantee you he has a 10.
Easily.
And when he gets lit, it definitely comes down and goes, yo, you want to see something cool?
Yeah. All right, I want to segue a little bit because there's some interesting things that happened over the weekend. So I was on an app called Clubhouse.
What's that?
First,
what is that? Number one.
Okay. All right, my bad. So Clubhouse is this new exclusive networking app that all of the fancy people are on. It's by invite only. Think of it as the Dumbo Club of social media apps right now. So I'm in there in Clubhouse, and so Clubhouse, you pretty much just bounce from room to room. You can speak on there, you can moderate on there, but it's just a bunch of people in there just talking. Just think of it as giant Zoom meeting rooms, just without visual. It's just people having a conversation. So as I'm in there in one of the rooms, there's a room that was created that said, I think it was like, is Kevin Hart still fun? No, I think is Kevin Hart still funny? So as I pop in the room, there's a bunch of people in this room. This room is popping. Like, it's thousands of people in this room. I'm gonna skim through it because I caught the tail at the middle of it. So what happens is, as this conversation is happening about Kevin Hart's special and just Kevin Hart in general, Kevin Hart hops into this room. So does Spank and a few of his other comrades, and he's just listening. So long story short, they start to have a conversation where they then start to ask Kevin Hart some questions about, just some of the things he said. One in particular, a lot of there was one girl in there. She didn't like the comment or the joke about his daughter, where he said his daughter was showing hoe tendencies, and I'll go into that whole situation. So as that conversation ensued, the one woman, I guess, as they were having a heated debate, I'll say, she started, I guess, saying things like, hey, why are you defending yourself? Like, people kept kind of attacking Kevin Hart, where he was giving out really, really sound business jewels about comedy, about bits, about his life, about everything. Like, he was really just explaining. And as Kevin Hart was saying that, he's pretty much saying, yo, I'm not debating you guys. I'm not even arguing you guys. I'm in a room. Like, that's the point of this. I came into this room. There was a topic about me. I literally just wanted to hear what you guys thought about me and the special. I just happened to be in here, and you guys saw me in here and asked questions, so I'm answering, but I'm not defending anything. So it went from that to, as they're moderating. Now this is where the issue kind of comes into play. So the moderation table, the panel, is majority of them are men. There's this one woman that's on the panel that's obviously arguing with Kevin Hart. Like, Kevin is saying, look, I'm not defending myself, and look, it's a joke. I'm not calling my daughter a hoe. I was saying she's showing hoe tendencies. It's a joke. Like, that we don't have to make this into something else. The woman kept kind of going at him a little bit, to the point where she said that the moderators, because they were agreeing with Kevin, they were pretty much saying, yo, it was a joke. He's not calling his daughter a hoe. He's saying she's showing certain things that would make him feel like that. But this is all in comedic relief humor status. She then says to the grown men on the stage, oh, yo, y'all are dick riders, or whatever she called them, I think it was. They immediately, now mind you, the reason why that's important is because Clubhouse rules are very much, it's supposed to be a peaceful community. Like, you're supposed to be able to go into these rooms and just have a conversation. The same way we do the show is kind of like that for Clubhouse. You just can't, talk crazy. Like, you can curse, you can have you know, there are heated debates that happen on there, but no one is sitting up there saying like, you know, like fuck you or shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? We're talking really mature conversation here. So the moment that she says, says you guys are on or are, what the hell was that? Oh, the moment that she says, yo, y'all are on Kevin Hart's nuts, the whole room kind of just stops and like, whoa, all right, relax. And they move her back to the audience. So this is what happens. So if you're at the top tier up here, this is where you are moderating. You are up here with the rest of the moderators. If you get moved down by one of the main moderators down here below my hand, then you are in the general audience and you're still in the room. You're just listening. They've taken away your privilege to speak.
Cut her mic off.
Yes.
Cut her mic off.
So this is where the problem ensued. A lot of rooms birthed after that around Kevin Hart that stimulated conversations of black men love to silence black women. What was the other conversation? Kevin Hart didn't respect women or something like that. And then there was another conversation which I joined that room where it said the Kevin Hart room was bad vibes or some shit like that. I go into that room, and I know this is a long story. I'm trying to give you guys all the full context just because there was a lot. I go into that room and they're having a really, really mature conversation of, hey, I gave the breakdown, same breakdown that they gave me. And on one side, there's women in there saying, well, no, you know, there's a bunch of women complaining about this woman being removed, even though she broke Clubhouse rules of insulting someone. But then you have on the flip side where people are saying, well, no, you guys removed her just because she was a woman and you didn't like what she had to say. So then I'm going to play you guys something really quickly because Kevin Hart himself then went and made a comment about this, because now they're turning this into a thing of Kevin does not like women or Kevin was not respectful to this young lady that again broke Clubhouse rules. So let me pull. All right, here it is right here. I'm gonna play you guys this audio. Here we go.
All right, guys, look, we gotta stop. All right, stop with the false narrative. It's a false narrative that's being created. If you were in the Clubhouse and a part of the conversation, this wasn't about black women. It wasn't about me going against black. Stop. A question was asked about the joke about my daughter and me referencing my daughter having hoe-like activity. I gave an answer to it. Here's what it is, guys. I'm not calling my daughter a hoe. I'm saying what she did is hoe-like activity. I called 3 former hoes that I knew and asked them, is this hoe-like activity? We had a conversation about it, a good back and forth. There was never a black woman and black man back, never. So stop with that false narrative first and foremost. Also understand, guys, there is no other way to market or promote because we're in a pandemic. I can't go and do the talk shows that I once did or go out and do the public stunts. I have no other way to market and promote except to go viral. I have to create conversations, generate back and forth. That's the marketing and promotion attached to my now special. It's common sense here, guys. Marketing, promotion. That's why I was in Clubhouse. Marketing, promotion, conversation. Hence, it leads to streams. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. 0 fucks given, streaming now. But stop with the false narratives and the clickbait and the back and forth. There wasn't no comparison to Barack and Oprah, the shit that I'm seeing. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. False narrative. Marketing, promotion, conversation. 0 fucks given on Netflix now. Point blank. Stop it. But go stream it. Okay.
All right. So the other thing that I learned, which we said this in this room where it said the Kevin Hart vibe. The Kevin Hart room was a bad vibe. Is that Kevin has stake in Clubhouse? He has some sort of deal with Clubhouse, and if that is in fact the case, he's a genius. He's a genius, yo. He's a genius. That whole entire app blew up the moment he went into that one room and engaged that woman, right, wrong, or indifferent. Right now, it's working simply because we're on our platform talking about it. So that's the context of everything. It blew up into everything to the point where media picked it up. Everyone had to, everyone was talking about it. So I first want to, I don't know if you guys can even give your thoughts just because you weren't in the room. So I know it's kind of hard to talk about, but I guess given Kevin's take and my bit of information, what do you guys think?
Yeah, Wilson.
I mean, it's always nice when the stars come down from the clouds and touch the people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like the fact that he jumped in there. He was willing to have a conversation about the criticism on his work. And I agree with him. I think that it's whack that people try to spin it into this this disgusting cancel culture type activity. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he doesn't like women, like this, that, and the other. It's all ridiculous. But
that's what I didn't like. Go.
Yeah, but it's but yeah, I like his interaction with the people. That's dope.
Yeah, man. From what you said and what Kevin said, man, I can only agree with Wilson, man. This cancel culture it's dangerous in itself, man, and it's cancerous in itself. It just spreads with negativity. Because you don't like his joke, because you don't agree with what he said, now you're gonna lead this march and this protest and get the picket signs and the pitchforks and go after it and try to assassinate his character by saying he doesn't like women, specifically black women. I think it's a little bit ridiculous, and I think it's dangerous when you play these games like a political football. You're treading in dangerous waters, man. Like it's a joke. He's a comedian. That's what he does. It is supposed to stimulate thought and to get you to think. And simply put, comedians are there to entertain. You know, it's a joke. Yeah, it's his daughter. Clearly he doesn't think that his daughter is what's the word?
He said, I mean,
promiscuous. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. We're saying
it's just a joke, man.
Promiscuous.
Yeah, it's just a goddamn joke, man. If you don't like it, turn the motherfucker off. If you don't like it, turn the shit off. That's simply why you have to ruin the party for everybody else. Shut up. Keep going. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You don't have to. Don't tell me what to do with my life. don't leave me alone. Just leave me alone. That's the problem. Everybody's so goddamn nosy now. So and everybody be, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't do that. You can't say that. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
So a lot of the conversation that we had finishing with Clubhouse was around what Wilson was saying. It's bad when it's two things, right? It's bad when a woman gives her opinion and because it's not expressed the right way, she's treated a certain way, right? Like that's wrong. I get that. But in this particular situation, I don't feel like that was the case. I think that this woman, again, they were trying to talk and was trying to get somewhere and get some information out of, to Wilson's point, a star coming out of the sky wanting to sit and have a conversation. And I think it went too far to the point where Kevin was disrespected online. You know what I mean? Like, and not just by the woman that was in the that was on the panel. I think it was a few people that just kept going at him, not letting this guy speak. When, again, the point of it is, you know, you're in a room and he's in there. Get the answers. Like, listen first before going at him. That's number one. Number two, y'all know me. I hate that narrative of trying to. I hate the narrative of trying to say that a man does not like a woman because she's a woman. And I know that is a real thing. I just don't feel like it's fair to now label Kevin that just because of his indiscretions in his past. Because I know a lot of people said that too. Like a lot of women that were in that room that gravitated to the other room that I gravitated to, a few of them were very vocal in saying, look, I don't think Kevin is funny anymore, primarily because he cheated on his wife and did all these things. And I'm saying, okay, cool, I get that, but yo, like, everyone makes mistakes. Like, you can't crucify this guy. And second of all, if his wife is back with him and his family's together, why are you that still hell-bent on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got an axe to grind for someone that's still happily married with his wife in his special that y'all killing, and all he's trying to do is figure out a way to connect with people. And somehow it's birthed into this monster of Kevin Hart does not support or love Black women or women. I think that that's just a horrible narrative to spin off of mistakes and off of a joke. And then that's the other piece. You know, comedians have a really, really tough job, especially right now. They may have one of the toughest jobs there is, and that's telling jokes. That's making people laugh in trying times, but also in sensitive trying times. I feel like as you know, they start to create these bits, the only people out there that really have carte blanche to do what they want are people like a Dave Chappelle, people like a Eddie Murphy. But even Eddie, you know what I'm saying? There's certain comedians out there that can't do that. So when Kevin does, yeah, Bill Burr, you know, like there Paul Mooney, there's a few people out there that are very, very, you know, what?
No, I was gonna say, because you know what it is, the difference between those guys, they don't apologize. I said what I said, and once you stand, and a lot of people who these false flaggers, what they do is they bully you into apologizing. That's why Mike Tyson got on this. I do what I want. I do what I want. Yeah. I say what I want, even though he showed tremendous growth. I do what I want. You look at Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was married 7 times, and 2 of those women he married twice. And he had girlfriends on the side. Yeah. You talking about somebody that was cheating? Man was doing mounds of cocaine. Mounds. I saw one of his girlfriends did an interview in his documentary, and then the next scene was his wife that was married to him at the same time. They say, yo, we walked in the bedroom. The dude had mountains of cocaine. She said, I'm not talking like a little glass table with just a few lines on it. He had piles of the shit on his bed. Then when he set himself on fire, the girlfriends and wives, current and ex, all showed up at the hospital, giving the hospital staff hell.
Yeah, man.
You gonna cancel him too? No, it's Richard Pryor. That's Richard Pryor. Motherfucker got arrested for shooting his own car in his own house. Yeah. Come on, man. Get out of here. Kevin messed up when he apologized and explained his joke. He should have got on Clubhouse and said, I said what I said. If you don't like it, oh well. Oh well.
Go Wilson.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, as far as like cancel culture goes, I think that we're literally seeing the tail wagging the dog. Like when it comes to like social media, trying to get people canceled. Even I was just now online. I see people doing the Nate Robinson challenge. Like, I guess like some people might laugh at that, but I don't know. It just feels a little forced. You know what I'm saying? Like people feel like they have to make fun of that because it happened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Stuff. It's really getting gross out there.
Yeah, because they don't have the heart to do that, to do what they did. I'm sorry, Brandon. Go ahead, man. But I'm just saying they don't have the heart to step in the ring and do what he did, man.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Nas. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, say what you want about Nate. Like, number one, everyone's been punched in the face. I'm sure there's been people out there have been knocked out way worse than Nate. The fact that Nate got into the ring on a platform like that and took it like a champ and took it in stride and saying, yo, thank you. You know, listen, it didn't turn out the way I wanted. Like, it's cool. I'd rather that, you know, you go out gracefully and him come back versus him talking crazy. Like, oh no, he, you know what I'm saying, it was a height event. She didn't make no excuses. I'll take that any day. I can stand on that. I can stand on the L. I just think to your point,
yeah, I just think people are just in the habit of doing these things. Yeah. Whether it'll be trying to catch somebody and doing something wrong and trying to ruin their career, or seeing something happen in someone's career and just making fun of them to no end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I look
we're out of control.
No, but the first thing I thought about this was Ronda Rousey. Honestly, even though this was an exhibition fight, even though, you know, this wasn't for no titles or anything like that, do you guys remember the psychological damage that took that took a hold of Ronda Rousey after that first knockout? When, you know what I'm saying? I can't think of the young woman's name. That
Holly Holmes.
Holly Holmes. Thank you. Holly Holmes, when she knocked out Ronda Rousey, that fucked her up, like completely, like mentally fucked her up. Forget just fighting. Like she stopped marketing. She stopped being on social media. She stopped engaging with people. Like she fell into a bad depression. So while, again, this isn't, and I hate to be that person because everyone just says, "Oh, Brandon, you know, you're always so serious." But even though I feel like I play around a lot, but whatever. I feel like this is one of those times where this could be that. Like you have your boys killing you. You have like the NBA killing you. Like you have the NFL killing you. Like,
listen, man.
CNN, I'm sure, will be killing him. Like every major person is killing him. That's a lot for someone to endure. And then again, when you talk about Black Twitter killing you because you lost this hidden fight between black and white, that like it's a lot.
And you got Kathy Griffin defending you. But listen, a lot of them dudes in the NBA, they don't want static with Nate. And Nate proved that when he took on half of the Denver Nuggets squad in the Garden and backed down everybody. It's only a select few in the NBA that really want smoke like that. Mm-hmm. And as far as Ronda Rousey, a lot of them people, you're right, B. A lot of them people are misinformed. They think, well, Holly Holmes kicked their head off, that I could do that. Ronda Rousey beat the brakes off of two men in a movie theater while she was in a skirt and sandals.
In a skirt and yeah, man. Like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. There's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing you can tell me.
Come on, fam. Like, y'all, men don't want static with Ronda Rousey. I don't. Yeah. I'm at that age now. If I get punched in the face too hard, I might say something like, "Hey, young man, we need to talk about this."
listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I get punched in the face by Ronda Rousey. I may grapple. Let me lock you up a little bit. Hold on a second.
Yeah, she's definitely getting held.
Yo, fam. If I get punched by Ronda, I was like, listen, I apologize. I don't know what I said to make you mad.
Like Ronda Rousey was like, for me, she kind of still is like the Mike Tyson of UFC for women. Like,
nah. Her punches are terrible.
Yeah, she's a grappler.
Yeah. She's a grappler.
Listen, I understand.
That was the whole joke about her, was her training punches.
I know, but what I'm saying is, up until that point of encountering Holly.
Oh, you mean domination? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking just sheer domination. Everything that goes into promoting a fight. Like Mike is aggressive. He's in your face. He's almost, he's very much like blink, I'll kill you. Like Ronda Rousey was very much that for women. Like Ronda was a strong, passionate, aggressive killer in the ring.
There's a few women in UFC that if I had to step in the octagon with, I might shit myself. I'm never being. There's a few of them that are just like, yo, fam, I don't want Shayna Baszler. What's
Cyborg?
Oh, Cyborg. Yeah,
but they're not even the best. The Brazilian is what's her name? Starts with an N. She's a monster.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The woman that she has like muscles like a bodybuilder.
No, that's not Cyborg. You're talking about Cyborg.
I'm talking about the girl. I'm talking about the woman who beat Cyborg.
I'm sorry.
Why am I thinking her name?
Whoa, hold on. We know about somebody beat Cyborg.
Yeah, she knocked Cyborg out.
Yeah.
She has like
Amanda Nunes.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Sib. Amanda Nunes.
I think I've heard that name before.
Yo, you better. You've seen her before.
Yeah, she's a monster.
She rocks people. She got dynamite.
I think she knocked out Ronda Rousey too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's a monster.
Bad.
She is. Well, I think she thinks about growing up in them favelas when she gets in that ring.
Didn't she also beat Holly Holmes?
And not gonna back because she beats the brakes off of women. Boy.
Yo, she knocked out Holly Holmes too, right?
She might have. I think so.
Yeah, I think she knocked them all out. I think.
Yeah. But there go her list right there. Yeah, she got bodies. That woman has bodies, bro. Now I want no parts of that.
She would body all of us. I think, like I said, we all laughed at the jokes, the
fact.
memes, like that. That's funny, but just on a little bit of a serious tip, you got to start to think about someone's mental health right now. That's all I'm saying. Like, I get it. It's funny. Let's not get away from the fact that we are still in a pandemic. Nate now has to go sit in his home and process this. It's not like you could open your phone and escape. It's not like you could jump on the game and go play with your friends. I'm sure they killing like. I just keep those in I keep that into consideration. Go.
Well, let's take this into consideration. Recently, just now, I think, about an hour ago, posted on Academics Instagram page are the disclosed purses. So I know it was for charity, but I knew that they had to get paid a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in some cases, it's very little. So I'll start from the bottom. I got Cosmano versus Corbin, 15,000 and 9,500. Matter of fact, let me just skip to the names we care about. Badu Jack and McKernan, it was 180K and 20K. Jake Paul and Nate Robinson were $600 each.
No,
might not have been worth it, Nate.
No, there's no way. That's a misprint, base. $600.
Nah.
My man, you can't even get a PS5 with that.
So
So, and then we have Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. 1 million each. So I knew that they had to get paid something, man. You can't just get up there, train, risk your life, and not get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, was that donated to charity or was that purse take home? Or we don't even know.
Well, that's what they take home, and that's before the pay-per-view money gets divvied up. Which I would assume they're probably also going to get a piece of that.
Okay.
So
hold on really, really quickly. So I thought about something. I wanted to go back to Clubhouse. So this is what I want to do. I want to get you guys into Clubhouse. You guys, the fans, I want to get you guys into Clubhouse, but also the team here. I want to get you guys into Clubhouse. So after this episode, I have a few invites. I want to invite Chris, and then we'll piggyback and we'll get everyone in Clubhouse. To the fans out there, I guess me and Chris and the rest of the team, we'll figure out some sort of contest. I want to give an invite out to one of you guys. I want you guys to come join us on Clubhouse. Come talk to us. Come have fun. But I think it'd be a cool giveaway so you guys can start to connect for yourselves and start to network and get things done. So definitely, first and foremost, for this video and for this audio, head straight to our YouTube and go comment. Just and you obviously got to be following us, support us, and we're definitely going to surf through there. And I want to say in the middle of the week, Chris, not to set these expectations, we'll have out some rules for what type of contest we're gonna do, and we'll pick someone to be our Clubhouse winner to get the exclusive invite into the club, the society. So that's what I wanted to say from there. I want to ask you guys something though, and this is just for conversational piece, just because we're here. Do you guys still think that Kevin Hart is funny? Like, because I know a lot of people look at his specials, and I think it's the last two specials they were lackluster. But again, clearly he has a different strategy on how he is going to be presenting himself in a COVID space. So, what do you guys think about Kevin Hart from a comedic standpoint?
I mean, well, Kevin, he had I don't necessarily want to call it an excuse, but that's kind of what it sounds like. He says, he's a grown man now. If you want the old Kevin, you got to go back and listen to the old Kevin material. But you could definitely see that he's sanded off his edges. You know what I'm saying? And he's purposely doing it. You could be as clean as you want. It's just not going to be as funny as someone who's hitting, topics that really deal with what's going on today, even if they're uncomfortable topics like Dave Chappelle and whether it be transsexuals or the LGBT in general. Kevin Hart won't go near that. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of really limit yourself. But yeah, I mean, I think he's still funny, especially when he's not doing a special. Like in just conversation, like back and forth, he's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's because it's unfiltered. It's
natural.
Yeah. It's just him. But I mean, hopefully if he does another special, he's saying that the next one might be his last. If it is, hopefully he goes out with a bang. And at this point, to me, man, if you love comedy and you're getting all this bad criticism, and if you do have something that you can maybe touch on that may be outside of the brand that you created right now, man, go for it. How much money do you need? As Bill Burr said, how big does your backyard have to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, at a certain point, he's just gotta go for it.
Yeah, I think there's nothing more to say, to be honest with you. Wilson's absolutely right. He's kind of sanded down, and he's playing it safe. And for a comedian, that's the worst thing you can do. Is it, do what got you there. Don't worry about the people. You're a comedian. You're supposed to be provocative and stimulate thought and conversation. That's your job. It's not to be taken 100% serious, but you are supposed to educate and entertain people, man. You don't have to play it safe. I honestly, his first two specials were good, but he's never been like really one of my top comedians. I go with the legends, man. Like I go with people who actually, not to say that he doesn't, but his comedy style isn't for me. I put it to you like that. I don't want to. He's funny, but he's not for me.
Yeah, I agree. Now, go ahead, Brandon.
No. I was gonna say, Chris. I wanted you to chime in, but go, Chris. Go.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I agree. Now, I think to Wilson's point, it makes a lot of sense. His goal in comedy is different from the rest of the comedians. He's going for the blockbusters, the family friendly movies. Yeah. He's trying to be the face of all of that. But actually, I wanted to bring it up before we get out of here. Is that typical Grammy drama? Anything new? Any new thoughts for you guys? This year it seemed like they were pandering more to the hip hop heads. So actually, let me read you the list for the best rap albums. So first of all, shout out to a friend of the show, Royce. He got nominated for best rap album with the Allegory.
Hey,
I called that too, by the way.
You did call that.
On an earlier episode.
You did call that.
Yeah.
Great album. We also got Nas with King's Disease. We got Jay Elect with Written Testimony. Freddie Gibbs with Alfredo, and D Smoke with Black Habits.
Shout out to D Smoke. I'm a huge D Smoke fan, man. He's dope. Really dope artist. Yeah. I want to say something too. I know this is a complete segue from the Grammys, but you just reminded me. I don't know how. I thought award shows and Oscars. Chadwick Boseman's birthday is today, so R.I.P. and love to Chadwick Boseman, his family, loved ones. I wanted to say that he turned 44 today. He would have turned 44, I believe, today. So yeah, I wanted to say that. Yeah, but as far as Grammys goes, typical bullshit, right? Like The Weeknd got up there and started talking the talk of, hey, yo, this is one big scam. This is one big scam. There's artists up there that should have gotten recognized and or at least a Grammy nod. Weeknd didn't get anything. Snow Allegra didn't get anything. Party Next Door didn't get anything. Who else should have gotten something? There's a few artists that should have gotten at least a nod.
See, I mean, hearing these artists jump up and complain every year, it's whatever. But it's like, when are you guys gonna leave the plantation? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is like Diddy and Hove and Drake and everybody that's big come together and plan something? You know what I'm saying? It's not like they can't gather the resources to make their own award show every year with credible nominations and judges and whatever else, but they don't do it. They don't do it. Leave the plantation.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we don't flex our power. We control everything, but we never flex our power. It's mind-boggling.
Well, the one
Kanye
thing
was right.
Oh, here we go.
The slaves were never freed.
Say it. I would. What Harry say? What Harry said?
No, I'm not going to go that far.
Harry said, "I would have freed. I would have freed more had they known they would."
Exactly.
Yeah, word. So, but here's the thing, and I'll agree with you there. I think that but it's twofold. It's twofold. From an artist perspective, from those that don't know or understand it, while the Grammys could seem like this just little item that you're gonna hang in your wall of achievements or whatever, for certain artists, or no, for most artists, I'll say, like to reach that level of success in a business that is almost designed for you to fail, and that's for artists, like with contracts and negotiations. It's designed for artists to always recoup or have to recoup or owe money or be in the red to record labels. So when you put in all of the man hours, the touring, the creating, the editing, the video shoots, you're blowing budgets, you're blowing your health, you're blowing your mental health, you've lost relationships, you've lost friends, you don't see your family. When you factor in all of these things, and then you get at least a Grammy nod, number one, your value alone as an artist, it increases. Your price just went up. That even if you do not win a Grammy nomination, a Grammy nod is what it's called. That is almost equivalent to winning a Grammy. That's number one. Number two, winning a Grammy for an urban artist, hip hop artist, is major just because of the history of the Grammys, and there's so many snubs, right? Like I looked at Nicki Minaj tweet out when Pink Friday came out. She had 7 records on Billboard, and again she was passed up. A lot of those conversations still continue to happen, so I understand why artists are so angry about it, and they're angry about it because of the fact of, hey, we've been working for years, and it's very clear that we're shifting the culture. You guys have acquiesced your entire format and picking people based off of hip hop. Why is it still some of the prominent people in hip hop that deserve a Grammy nod and or winning a Grammy don't even get acknowledged? I think that's what the beef is. The other piece of it, though, is that for other artists, they look at it like, well, if the Grammys don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with the Grammys. Why are we going to continuously keep fighting to make change with the Grammys and get the same inclusion as all of the other genres of music, when we're every year we get snubbed? I think that I like I said, I agree with Wilson's point. I know this is a long point, but I kind of just in short for my answer, I agree with Wilson, is that we have to take the power away from that. From that, we have to, like, that's the only way that that formula of critiquing artists or marginalizing artists will change. Like, it's not fair to have some of these big breakout artists create some of the most amazing music that our ears could ever hear, to not even be acknowledged. Like, it doesn't sit right with me, and it shouldn't even sit right with the Grammys. Like, you're doing yourselves a disservice, because you start to lose credibility from an organization standpoint when you're starting to cast these winners that the masses are saying, hey, no, they didn't win. That doesn't really make much sense. Why didn't you go with this artist? Why didn't you go with that artist? All of those things should really be factored in. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Facts.
I think the best way to describe rap, right? And I was having this conversation with somebody else. It's like abstract art. You just take from a bunch of different genres and kind of mash it all together. And I think that's what the Grammys kind of use that, or the panel and who determine who's going to get that nod kind of use that and say, well, that's not true artistship. That's not true. They're not really doing much, but they're just taking from a bunch and kind of making this new form. To kind of answer Wilson's question, why doesn't Drake and Hove and all these other big artists, you have to kind of encompass everybody, right? And that's what the Grammys does. That, albeit it has its flaws, it doesn't really look into the deep part of rap. I think they use a lot of their interns to go, yo, who's hot right now? Who's dope? Because if I'm 60, 70 years old, you can't listen to this genre of music and really get a true, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sense of the music?
Yeah, sense of the music, for lack of a better term. Like I was sitting here wondering, why isn't Benny the Butcher nominated? Was his album not out in time? You know, was that?
Yeah, it's based off timing. I know. I think like Snow, she didn't even submit her album. There's certain artists I don't believe that even submitted their albums just simply off of the fact it was a long shot for them, right? Like they didn't think that they would win. They didn't care. Summer Walker was snubbed out of winning. And her reaction to that was, why are you so mad about it? I didn't even think we would even be in the category. Like, I didn't even think we would even be mentioned right now. Like, I don't really care about that. So again, there are certain artists out there that are very clear on the fact that, yeah, there is an inclusion problem. And yeah, I could, worry about it, but why? I can just continue to keep producing music and keep putting out the type of stuff my fans want to hear. So,
Yeah, I mean, either way, even if Drake, Diddy, and Hove come up with something, right? And I'm just using them as an example, it's going to be swayed towards hip hop. It's going to be that award, because now it's not all encompassing. I don't I don't want to be just. If I'm a rapper, I don't want to be just labeled as I'm just a rapper. If I think I'm a musician, then I want to go against everybody. It's kind of like what Roy Jones said when he was talking about Floyd Mayweather, talking about there's too many belts out, right? Mm-hmm. It's too many belts. We need to kind of, knock some of these belts away. Mm-hmm. Roy Jones goes, if you got a heavyweight title, I don't care if it's the John Doe heavyweight title, I want it. Mm-hmm. And that's just my mentality. I want it. I'm gonna go get it. And that should be the same thing. So you have to find a way to kind of clean up the kind of time. Wow, I'm like a lost words because of last night. Damn, just the imbalance that's going on in the Grammys. It's just you got to find a way to clean up, because I want that award. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's rigged. But I want to, if I'm a hip hop artist, or if I'm an artist in general, a musician, period, I want to say, I'm going to put out the best music I can in my category, and I'm going to make you nominate me. And I know you're going to hate every minute that you got to show me love. But I'm going to make you do it. And, the Grammys they need to work on that, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
I agree. I feel like there was something else I was going to say, and I completely forgot, which sucks. It was really important. Oh, it was important. I wanted to thank you guys for coming to our team building fight party. I think we had an amazing time. Shout out to Rory, not Rory from Joe's podcast, but Rory, our videographer. Next time, show up, Rory. You can come hang out too, friend. But no, we had a great time, great food, great laughs. We got to kick it with the fans, which is really, really cool. We haven't done that in mad long, so I hope that we can do that some more. What did you guys think about it? I hope the food was great. I hope you guys obviously here and you made it home safely, so that's a good thing. I hope you guys had fun. To the fans, I hope you guys had fun. Let us know if you want to see more of that. We plan to do a lot more of cool activities. We plan to be a lot more engaged with you guys. And we plan to just continue to just push content out there to you guys. And we hope you guys support. Any closing remarks from any of you gentlemen?
Yeah, man. Come at me, man. I'm on Twitter. I'm on the Instagram, man. Regular _@ Nas, NAZ, man. Come at me, man.
Don't come at me, but just support the show, man. Follow, subscribe, turn on your notifications and all that. I don't think that we said that in the beginning of the show.
No, I missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Nah, it's all good. You had the right energy.
Your energy was laced, King. Your energy was laced. Definitely. Before Chris, I know you're going to go, Chris. Definitely. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified for the latest to the greatest episodes, as well as be sure to follow everybody up here: Regular Nas, Wylson, Chris, Capital, myself, and Rory. And Chris, do you have any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say before we get out?
No, just thank you for hosting. Shout out to you and Jahari for the wings. Chef's kiss on the lemon pepper wings.
Yeah. The wings was crazy.
I take credit for the lemon pepper wings. Shout out to my little cousin Jahari. Jahari made the dry rub. Jahari helped make the buffalo. Like, we worked together as a team and killed it. So it was Chef Boyar B and Jahari on the ones and twos. The ones and twos are the pans. So yeah, my only pans page is coming. Not only fans, only pans page is coming.
Yeah, that's genius.
So,
that's genius. I hope that you
yeah.
have copy wrote that or
Yeah,
whatever. Because somebody's gonna steal that.
Somebody's gonna steal it. I don't know. If someone said it to me, I thought it was funny, and then I was like, somebody's gonna steal that. But either way, I think that's fire. And it's out there to the masses now. It's mine. I have it. I said it. But that's really not how that works. One day we'll teach you guys about how that all works. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We want to thank you guys for hanging out. Let us know what your thoughts were play by play for the fight, as far as the Nate fight, as far as the Tyson fight. What do you guys want to see with Triller? Again, please don't forget Clubhouse. We will be doing some sort of raffle giveaway, some sort of contest where we, Grassroots Podcast, will be giving out an exclusive membership only to join access to Clubhouse. So let us know. That said, I'm Brandon Killabh BH Hall.
I am the regular Nas. God damn, this pop mic got me feeling some type of way, boy.
I'm Wylson.
And Chris Capital on the ones and twos, aka Chris Bops. And we out of here. Peace.
Doses.
Grassroots.